Well, this was eventful. We are at Surbiton Raceway once again, and this evening it is a hot lapping session. Well, I tried to make it a hot lapping session. I knew from work that Kart 14 had a new clutch, so it was going to be very quick round track. So I thought I would book a session on and I would try beat the lap record. It is gonna go well, I think, but we're about to find out. Before we even go out on track, I've already got my colleagues taking the mick out of me. I knew that it was going to happen. They're my work colleagues. Just look what he does when he comes over to my kart.
Cheeky boy, cheeky boy.
We are finally going out on track. Finally, took about time. We are going out on track. Manager's already taken a piss with me, and that is absolutely lovely. We go straight out onto the track and we just immediately overtake one of the drivers because I knew there wasn't going to be much competition. I'm the only person with their suit, but that is the most case. Most of the times I do come to Surbiton here. Going through here, I'm just trying to see what the kart is like. It does feel a bit off because I did feel a flat tyre when I was feeling the tyres earlier. So I knew there was going to be some steering issues. Going through the corners though, we're just testing to see if the curbs are slowing us down today or not. And they do seem to be slowing us down quite a bit, and that is not good. Already we are being held up by back markers. You can already see down the straight that I have got a significant power difference before he brakes, and you can just see I have that significant power, and you can see why going for that lap record was not that much of a stretch for me. Going through the white tyre, this driver does not see that I'm there, so I just stay behind him and just wait for an inside move to happen going past the line and going into turn 2. Going down the straight, going into the S, where you can see I've got so much power. I'm feeling so much speed going down that straight. The driver in front of us, he is quite a reckless driver, as you can see. He is not able to control his car. He almost smashes right into me and doesn't even see me. Throughout these corners, you can see how aggressively he is turning that kart, almost losing control. He almost crashes into the side of me going through this corner, and it's just not good. He does not have any sort of control with that kart, which is just not amazing. Going through these corners now, you can see compared to him, I am going through these corners very smoothly, and I'm also trying to avoid the curbs. The curbs at the moment I think are slowing me down, so I'm not taking them at all in fear of slowing my lap time down and almost compromising getting that lap record. Going down the straight here, we are just making sure there are still no issues with the karts. I'm a bit smoother throughout here because I'm trying to understand what the kart is like with a slightly flat tyre. And going through these corners again, going through white tyre, I take a better curb because it actually isn't affecting my lap time that much. Throughout the corners going past the line, I'm still trying to figure out the best line possible there, because beforehand I used to take none of the curb when it used to be there, and because there's no curb, I'm still trying to figure out a line to see if it's better. Going through the S now, we did clip the barrier a bit going into it, but throughout the other corners it was fine. The competition is now starting to die down a bit, and I'm not catching up to any back markers. Actually, never mind, I am catching up to some back markers. It is quite easy to get through here. I take the outside and I'm able to just overtake both of them. And yeah, we are going to skip ahead to where I have found some more back markers and see if we can get any good overtakes from them. Going through the S, a few laps later, we are catching up to the same aggressive guy from earlier, and we are both overtaking the same girl that we did earlier. We managed to just go through her quite easily, and throughout the corner you can just see how violent he is with that steering wheel. I tell him to calm down because he just has no control of his car, which is just absolutely amazing to have someone like that in my session. Just remember that guy because you will see him later in the video. Going through these corners again, you can see compared to his style to my style, I am going very smoothly throughout these corners, barely turning the wheel and only really having to aggressively turn it when I've got some overcorrections I've got to do. Going through the corners, this is actually a hot lap I'm going to explain. Throughout here, we've taken it quite wide through the S and taken a bit of curb, but it actually was too little curb and we actually slowed ourselves too much down. We're actually going to go through a hot lap here. So throughout these corners here, we're able to... Actually, never mind. I'm not going to do one. Let's just skip to when we found some more competition or until the end of the race. Never mind. There was no competition for the rest of this. It was just passing back markers. It was very boring, this first session. So yeah, let's just skip to the checker flag, or if there is competition, I will find it. It's going to be boring for you guys to just watch me doing constant hot laps on speed 600, so I'm actually going to go over a hot lap. So, going through these corners, I take it quite wide, but to also set up throughout here, I take a little bit of curb and I do hop the corner. Going down here, we are keeping very close to the barrier, setting up for the S. Going through the S, we're trying to kind of skim the barriers. I don't do it here, which means it's not going to be the perfect lap. I avoid the curbs going out of the S, going into white tyre. Throughout here, I take a bit of curb because I actually figured out you do increase it. And we are managed to complete that hot lap without being destroyed by the back marker there. Going down the straight again, we're going to do another one. Going down the straight, we set up this another lap. We have gone quite wide again, a bit closer last time. And throughout here, I actually take a bit more curb. And I've been able to cover less distance now, just I will have less speed. I do have to slow down and abort this lap and go around the outside of this driver because of how slow she was. I do apologise because I did bump her a bit. Going down the straight again, we do have someone here, so I just decide I'm going to send it up his inside. I think I actually made him crash if you saw his steering wheel movements. If you are watching this, I do apologise for that. But at the same time, if you saw me coming, you should have just gone out of the way. I'll just let my ego say no. Anyway, we're going to do another hot lap. Going through these corners here, I take a bit more curb and then keep onto the straight here. I've actually covered less distance, so it's been better for me. Throughout here, you can just see I've turned in a bit too early, so I actually have to slow down and compromise a bit of speed. And I also compromise a lot of speed, taking little curb. Throughout here, I take a bit of curb. Throughout here, I just barely missed a curb. And throughout here, yeah, we actually just got slowed down, so my lap just got ruined. That is absolutely lovely. I think there was an instant at the S. For now, we are just going to skip to the checker flag, because I know the checker flag isn't that far away. And finally, the checker flag has been thrown down. So, let's go over what we have done in this session right and what we have done wrong. So, in this session, what we have done right and what we have discovered. So, firstly, there is not much competition. So, it's not going to be that hard to do the second session. So, I think the hot lapping aim is actually there. What I did right throughout these corners is that I actually didn't take that little curb, but it's also wrong that I didn't take as much curb as I needed to, because I did compromise for some time, definitely. I figured that out during the second session. So let's just go have a look at the times and see what they're saying. Don't dare say that was a 24, because I know that was not 24s. And not to my disappointment, I have hit the 24s. Sliding too much. There is one thing I did figure out going into the second session. I did actually have some competition. If you didn't see on the timing screen, there is one driver that is actually only a 10th away from me. So I will try have a good battle with him going into the second session. Already going into the second session, I haven't even entered the kart yet, and I've already got my manager just having some jokes with me before I go out on track, which is just absolutely amazing. Just see what he says when I try go out on track.
Go away, Toby. You're not allowed on, bro.
Oh, no, bro.
You had your goal.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean, bro?
Toby, you had your goal.
Do you mean? Hey. This guy, bro.
Oh, you had your goal already, bro. Oh, you had your goal already.
And as soon as I get into the kart, he immediately pretends to restrict it. This is going to be a fun session.
Slow you down.
Oh, don't you dare, bro. Come on.
So, as we are going out of the pits, I am noticing that my manager is actually letting karts out one at a time and making sure that I'm the last one. And I don't know why. And then I realised they're all bunching up onto the grid. And he's making this a grid start. That is just absolutely lovely. It's going to be very fun, I think. Having a practice session for a grid start is amazing. And I see to the side, I've actually got my colleague Keelan, so I just quickly flip him off, because that's what you do as a work colleague. And yeah, I start to warm up the tyres, ready for this grid start, because I knew that the tyres were going to get really cold, because the guy on the S, or I think it's the straight, whoever's starting the grid is going to be taking a long time. The guy who's doing the grid start, he also called me a tryhard, just lovely. And before the race starts, I just turn back to my colleague Keelan and we just exchange some friendly gestures. The lights go green and let's go racing. I know I've copied that from Perico, but here we go. The whole grid gets a horrible start and all of them had terrible reaction times and I'm up to third already. The guy in front of me spins, he hits me, but I don't lose much time. I am in a bit of pain, but that is completely fine. I'm going into second place now. I am now charging for first place. You can see that I've actually got slightly cleaner lines than him. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I have got a chin mount on my helmet now and not a head cam. The head cam creates way too much drag, so I decided to put the chin mount on just so I could get less drag and I can get a better lap time. Going through these corners, I take a bit more curb and we cut more of the track, which means we're able to gain more time than the guy ahead. We're both catching the curbs, but he has a messier line than me. I'm taking more of the track so my kart can rotate properly and not having to force it and create more oversteer. Going through the S, he turns in a lot earlier than me. He does get through, but not as cleanly as I thought he would. I'm able to catch up not only because of how he's driving the kart, but also because I do have a slight benefit in kart power, and we know that from practice 1. Going down the straight, we are just slipstreaming him, trying to get more speed going down the straight, and we are able to. Going through these corners, he's quite messy and he's really messing up the corners going out of the S as well. Throughout here, so I decide there's a move there, so I decide to just dive it down the inside and he actually backs out. I thought he would keep on going, but no, we have now caught up to the lead and now it's just going to be pretty boring now, I'll be honest. I thought I would have more of a fight, but never mind. Going through the S now, you can see I am just slowly trying to gain back some confidence and also trying to push the S back, because my colleague actually did allow me to push the S back a bit so I could get a better lap time. But never mind, we are actually going to skip to a bit where I am catching more up to the field. We have actually caught up to another back marker. It is actually the slow goal from earlier. I decided to just take my time on this because I know that if I try do a quick move it's going to end in a crash. And yeah, I find a gap. I knew she was going to go wide and I took it. And yeah, I'm actually going to go over a hot lap for this. So we're going down the straight here. This is when I'm able to improve. You'll see that my steering inputs are quite smooth, but also I am able to, well, I'm having to overcorrect quite a bit and I am taking a lot more curb because I've realised taking more curb does actually get you some faster lap times. We are catching up to another group of back markers here. I'm hoping they're going to be easy to get past. By now, the guy in second place is ages away. I dive it down the inside of this grey suit, and then these two other grey suits in front, I decide I would dive down the inside of this corner because I know he's not going to commit, and then going past the line I decide to just switch to the inside and I'm able to get past him pretty quickly. Going down the straight again, we can see there's more back markers. I'm also looking back to see if I can see the kart number 2, which is also in second place. Quite convenient, isn't it? Going through these corners is actually wet through the S now, so we are all having to be very careful. Going through white tyre, I'm just looking for that opportunity. I switch to the inside again here because I can see that he is actually quite rough going through those last couple corners into white tyre. And now I'm going to skip ahead to where some more drama happens in this race because I do not want to be showing you just me passing back markers for the whole of this race. This is when the race starts to get interesting after passing this back marker. The kart in front, you can't see it from here for now, but in front, that is Keelan. And I am actually about to lap him, which he is not going to take well, I know that. He is currently stuck behind a back marker, so I've caught up to him pretty quickly. He's clearly struggling to get past these back markers, and I'm going to try to take advantage of it. So I'm right behind him, trying to keep as close as I can to him, and I'm trying to find a gap. But what I don't know is that this guy was ordered to play dirty by my manager, which is just absolutely lovely to just see and also hear at the end of the race. I'm starting to play a bit dirty, and he just brake checks me, the little twat. And yeah, he's clearly trying to just piss me off. But yeah, throughout here, I tried to take the inside. I do have to spin him in the process, but you know what? It was definitely worth it. And I also saw behind that kart 2 has caught up because of Keelan's axe. Yeah, thank you so much, Keelan. I will tag you and dox you. I'm joking, I will not. Anyway, so after getting past Keelan, it is just back to hot lapping until we get past some more back markers or a big incident happens. And if you saw that earlier, I have been warned for no bumping, which is just absolutely lovely. Even though Sean knew that is my manager, by the way, he knew that we were just taking a piss, he's still showing me the no bumping sign. And I think when we go past, he's going to show, yep, he's showing another sign. He's showing last warning. That is just absolutely lovely. I think he's now taking a piss as well. That is just absolutely lovely. We are actually coming up to the guy who was very scruffy last session, so we're going down the straight. We are trying to keep behind him. I don't know why, but he goes to the inside going into this corner. He ends up going wide, braking and almost spinning, and we overtake him around the outside. And you'll see why I told you guys he's going to be brought up later, because as we go through white tyre, I'm slowing down for the back markers, and he does this.
Yo!
I don't know what happened, but it looks like he just slammed into the back of me without even having a thought of braking.
What the f*** are you doing?
As you can see, I'm not really taking it that well, and also Keelan's just passed me as well, which just adds salt to the wounds, which is just lovely. But luckily, at the end of the race, I made sure he was okay after that incident. I was okay. I just had a bit of like bruising after that on my ribs, but it wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse, I'll be honest. But you know what, I'm just glad both of us didn't get injured. I had a talk with him. He said it was his fault at the end of the race. Luckily, he said he just didn't think about braking. He just wanted to commit. I don't know what was going through his head when he did that, but you know what? That's what he did. I can't do much about it. After a couple laps on the restrictor, we went back to some racing. Already during the restrictor, I can already see Keelan is trying to shove me off track, and that is just lovely. Kart 2 also overtakes me, which is just absolutely lovely. So I now have to deal with battling with kart number 2 and battling Keelan. I'm able to get past kart number 2 again, going 3 wide, and I just send it down the inside. And now my target is Keelan. I know he is going to be a massive pain to get past, so I'm just trying to get past him as quick as possible. So going through white tyre now, we're both stuck behind a back marker. We're both trying to find a gap. I'm trying to find a gap past Keelan, and then I can use the back marker to my advantage. Going down the straight, both of us just tail behind each other, and we are able to get past the back marker. Then he's playing quite reckless. As soon as I try to find a gap, he tries to push me onto the grass, which just shows this is going to be a very, very long battle. Going through white tyre, he is able to get a really bad exit. I'm able to get a good exit, which is good. I have to slow down though, because I can't commit around the outside with that distance to him. Going down here, down the straight, I find the gap and he just shuts it and almost shoves me onto the grass again. And I've got kart 2 right behind my ass again, which is just absolutely lovely. Going through the end of S and into white tyre, he takes the inside again, I take the outside. I can't do much round the outside going through white tyre. Going past the line, I'm able to get the inside, but look what he does. No! After that, I knew I just wanted to get revenge on him. I was driving for the rest of this lap with just pure rage and ready for revenge. Going through the white tyre, I just immediately knew what I needed to do. So, going past the line, I bump him a bit, and then through here, I go to the outside, and then I do this. I knew it was dirty, and I knew I might have been taken off by my manager for doing that, but I didn't care. I got my revenge, and I felt happy about myself. After about half a lap on the restrictor, we went back to racing. I already had the guy on the straight telling me to calm down. I just ignored him because he knew it was reasonable and I knew it was reasonable as well. Now, we are now going to chase down kart 2, who is now currently in the lead. Even though this practice session is based off, not lap time. Yes, actually, lap time. What am I on about? It is about lap time. We are fighting for position just for the fun of it. So we are going down the straight. You can just see he's already quite scruffy. He's taken a lot wider line than I have, which has caused me to catch up, and now I am right behind him. And this is going to be bad, but Keelan has gone straight on track as soon as he has seen me, and he is going to slow down to try catch up to me and cause even more chaos, which is just lovely. Even though it's a yellow flag, I overtake just before the yellow flag, and yeah, I'm able to get the move done. And I actually found out it was not a legit yellow anyway. So I am now back in the lead, and now we have got Keelan causing even more chaos for me. So I overtake the girl on the inside, and this guy is swerving, and already I just bump into the side of him just for it, and then I just push him, and just push him off to the side, and I overtake him. I thought there was going to be a lot more chaos, but at the same time, I knew from that anger that I knew how to deal with him, and I did know. And after that, he went off track and just had a sulk session after the race, which was quite funny to watch. But after, yeah, it was quite nice. I had quite a decent gap to kart 2 now. It was just back markers that were slowing me down and causing kart 2 to catch back up. You can see he was just there on that outside, but he was slowed down because of the gap. And the checker flag has now been thrown. I did not realise that was the last lap. And that is the end of our session. So, what did we know from this session? And what did we learn about people on track? So, kart number 2 is rapid. Keelan is a and number 3, you can actually get some competition in these public sessions. And if we go back to that bit, because I know we are skipping over it, you're going to hear me and him talking a lot of about Keelan.
No, bro, Keelan is a I know!
You're going to see what the conversation was like between me and Keelan and the other drivers after the race. This was completely unedited.
You dirty, dirty man! You dirty man, alright? Come here.
Hey, I got told. Also, you got some tyres to put back on the air, so...
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You do.
As you're about to see, because of Keelan, I wasn't able to improve on my lap time that much. I only improved it by about 50 thousandths of a second.
The gap between us.
Oh, that's so... Well, at least we did the same number of laps this time.
Oh yeah! I don't know why we did that as a grid start, I'll be honest.
Cool. I think it's just no you then.
Sadly, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching.